Video number 10, PubMed results, display formats. We are going to see the different formats in which PubMed results get displayed. So we'll take the same topic on PubMed Online and we'll see what are the formats available. Once again, I click Advanced. In my history, I have obesity and back pain search. I click this, the result numbers, and here I am. So the result display options are all here below the band in which the search box is present. Let's start with the easiest ones, which is per page result numbers. We see 20 here, which is 20 results that are displayed by default out of the entire result set. In this case, the total results was 117 and we are seeing 20 in a page. If we want to see more, we've got to keep clicking the next button here. However, we do have other options, and if we click here, we can decide to display as low as 5 or maximum of 200. So this part is easy for anyone to try out. The next set of options we have is the sorting options. By default, the sort order is that the most recent is on top and the older ones are down below. Most recent means the ones which have come into the PubMed database most recently. So today's is on top, yesterday's is just below and backwards. While logically most recent may mean the most recent journals or the latest journals coming on top, sometimes it's possible that an older issue of a journal has come into the PubMed database a little late. Just as an example, if an issue which is 6 months old got delayed for some reason and has come into PubMed only today, that will come on top and maybe newer journal issues would be a little below if they had come in yesterday or day before. What are the other sorting options? We'll come to the best match last. Publication date. The latest published journals are further above and the older ones come below if we choose this option. You can sort by first author, that is, whoever is the first author, the A will come on top, B next, C, and so on. Same thing with the last author. Then you have the journal display option, that is, journals whose titles begin with A come first, B comes second, and so on. And the last is title alphabetically. So the titles which have the first word beginning with A come on top, and so on. The best match option is used usually when people are doing word searches, which we know is pretty common. So when people do a keyword or a plain text word search, then if they choose the best match option, it searches for those words in the mesh terms and obviously brings better matched results on top. So these are the different sorting options. We could decide which ones we want depending on the context in which we are looking for results. Now, you may wonder when somebody might want first author or last author or journal title option. I'll just give one example and the rest you will figure out as and when in your career you continue using this and you may find context for use for each of these. If we take the journal title, let's say we did the search and organized it by journal title. And if we have all these results in our mobile or a handheld device, in libraries, the bound volumes are usually organized alphabetically by title. So if you're looking for the full text in your libraries, it's just easy to travel with your list across all the shelves and reach your journal destination more easily. So this way there are several contexts in which you want your result list in different orders. The first option here is the different formats in which the results are there. The default is the summary option. The summary format of display is this, where the hyperlinked title comes on top, then all the authors, then the journal details, title of the journal, year, etc. Wherever the DOI or digital object identifier is there, that gets shown up. In some cases, there's something called EPUB, which is electronic publication details. There's also something called PMID. PMID is PubMed ID, which is simply a serial number which is unique for this particular article. For the first one, 28362212 means it is this article. So actually, if you type that number here in the search box, only that record will show up. So that is the summary display. What are the other displays? The second one is summary text. Let's click this one and see. We just have to select it. All of them show in a reference list format. You can see here we have the authors first, then the title, and then the journal details. So this is called the summary text format. This is easy for saving a file, or if you want to put it in this way and copy paste the references in a reference list, this is the way to go. Let's go back. The next option is abstract, which means all of them will show up with abstracts if available. So now that we are here, we don't have to click each title separately to view the abstract. Here we are. We are seeing the abstracts for whichever has an abstract available. So remember, this is a display format. If you want to limit the 117 to those that contain abstracts, we have to apply this filter called abstract. This is only for displaying abstracts if they are available. Next format is abstract text, where abstract text means just like we saw the summary text, we can see the same thing with abstracts in addition to summaries. The next format is something interesting. Let's click there. This is a format which is used for exporting search results, which can be later imported into different computer programs. So we'll later be having video sessions on a reference management software called Mendeley, and we'll be learning how to import such a result that we've exported into Mendeley for further use. Another interesting thing about this format is this explains how PubMed does the tagged searches that we learned. So, for example, when I did something like lumbar disease TI, it found lumbar disease in the title because the entire title, all this is tagged with TI. So when we tag TI to our search, it finds the word here. Any word in the abstract, the entire abstract is tagged with AB. So when we do a TIAB search, it's looking for these words in the abstract. That is how the tagging works. Okay. Then we have one format called XML, which is again a format of export for importing into other programs. So we won't go into that. It looks very clunky. And it's just that if ever somebody tells you, can you give us your results in XML? Yes, you can. This is all that you have to do. The last one is PMID list. So we have 20 on this page. If I choose this one, it's just displaying all the 20 PMIDs. What can I do with this? I can choose all of them. I'm pressing Control A. Then I press the Control key with C, Control C to copy it. I come back. I can remove this and just say Control V here to paste. So I'm trying to get only these 20 results on this page. I click search. I've got only the first page 20 results. I can do something like the whole result is shown as a link here. I can copy this link, embed it somewhere to send only these 20 results to someone. So each of these has different utilities, and it's practice and facing context when you need to use this, which will help you master each of these display formats. So there were these formats of display, there were sort orders and displaying number of items in a page. That's what we saw here. And each of these will be utilized at some point or the other in further activities that we will do. And in your professional work, there'll always be time that you'll need one or the others of these options. So please do practice and get familiar with all these, and then you're getting still better at your PubMed usage. Let's go back to the presentation. Let's do a recap. So we saw different display formats, we saw different sort options, and we saw how many numbers you could see on a page. So that is what this video was all about, the different options by which you could view the search results. Thank you.